3, 2, 1. Oh, wait a second. I gotta do this. 1, 2, 3.
There we go.
All right. I like that.
This is
a lot better.
Great start to
Today on the Vanilla Racing broadcast, we're talking Super Motocross. And the Playoff 1 and Playoff 2 and a little bit of Verb Classic action, which is going down this weekend. This episode's sponsored by Verb Moto and the Verb Classic, Chase.
Yes.
Huge shout out to our sponsors.
Shred Tour. It's going to be an all-around great sponsorship deal we have.
Yeah. They're going to throw a lot of money at us.
Really benefiting each other.
So on the last episode, Chase, we got this epic, huge box from Super Motocross Phil. They sent it to us. As you see down here, they sent us the one and only #1 plate that went out to all the industry. Everybody else got 2 through like 99. We got #1.
Yes.
Which is why now we're rocking all this free swag.
Pretty sure it means we're the #1 media company and broadcast in the entire industry.
Dude, I even got this monster towel for the
sweet.
sweat while we're recording. They must have watched some of these and said, dang, dude, it must get hot in there.
Walt, we need a real sponsor, buddy.
No kidding. Come on, Walt.
Tell me some of the monster bucks, bro.
So we also got this thumb drive that you sent off the forensics experts.
Yes.
You didn't find the Bitcoin key on there or something, but
Sean, if you could email that to us.
We know with the #1 plate, it came with money. I've seen the payout.
Yes.
I know there's money on that key fob that they gave us. So hopefully we get that back when we get back from the Verb Classic. Our Verb Moto money and Feld money coming in. We might be going on a cruise later this year.
This might be the last speaking
You're just gonna live on a cruise full time?
Yes. What happened to that guy that won the Monster Million? Remember that when they gave a fan?
We should find that out.
We need to get him on the broadcast. If you're listening, which I'm sure he is, the #1 broadcast in the industry, hit us up, man. I want to know what happened.
Maybe toss us like 5,000 if you got any left.
Maybe he could become the sponsor of this show.
I bet he went out in Vegas that night and sent
if you gave me $1 million in Vegas,
we might not have survived that night.
I will not be here right now.
All right, top of the show, we said Verb Classic, Vermoto sponsoring this. We had the Verb Classic this weekend, Next Level 101. Go watch Daniel Blair rip a lap on our YouTube channel right after this in the comments below or something like that.
A lot of hating on DB.
Why? Because he's going slow?
Going slow, saying he's out of breath.
I think he's giving himself the most hate. I love that he got out and did that. So
it's awesome.
We have 16 hired guns coming out of the woodworks. Carson Brown's coming all the way from Washington. He's going to square it down with the fastest man in Piedmont, going to try to take the title. All kinds of fun things going down in South Carolina Friday through Sunday.
Yeah, it's not too late. We got DB, Gypsy.
Oh, they're coming in too. So live show Thursday night and Friday night.
Live for the audience.
Live for the audience.
Come down, ask questions.
And on the Gypsy Tells YouTube.
Yes.
You'll know about the Verb Classic. I'll put it that way.
Yes.
And guess what? We have the best weather coming in. It's like sunny and 82 degrees all weekend. Bring it.
I was scared to look. I'm glad you took one for the team and looked.
Yeah.
Because we did get rained out last year, which is why you weren't there. And I was.
Yeah.
I was there.
Yeah, I hate rain, especially when you
That's why I
make
have
events.
this t-shirt and you do not.
I don't have that shirt.
No,
you got a sick hat, though.
I do got a sick hat. Thanks,
it's
Sean.
because you're SMX final sponsorship.
Yes.
Damn, dude. Speaking of, round 2 up this weekend. I love this track map. Okay, this is the track map.
We got that too. I didn't see that.
I love a track map that I did the whole thing with my finger because like I didn't even realize there was in the round 1. I didn't know that the split lanes worked. Like in my mind, I was like, what the hell they're going to do that? I didn't understand that it was split lane. Yeah. Kind of idiotic of me.
Yes.
So this time I'm actually like watch it, before the animated track map came out, rather, I was literally just doing it with my finger on the map. And I got to this finish line over under section, and it took me like probably 6 or 9 tries of going around with my finger to finally figure out the configuration that put them back on the track.
Wait, is this round 2?
Round 2. Look at that. Look at that whole thing.
We got another split lane?
No split lane. It's just like an over-under crazy shenanigans. Did you not watch the track map that you posted today?
I did not post that.
Oh, I did.
Slaw did.
Oh, Slaw did.
But
I just saw it on Facebook.
This track is massive.
It's big.
Is it going to be like a 9-minute lap time?
I hope so.
It would be motocross season.
I hope so. Dude. I hope so. They would just do 2 laps and then they'd be done.
Yeah, if you guys want to look in here, look at this. Or go to vurbmoto.com. It's pretty sick. Hey,
The track map did get some traction on the Facebook today, though. I was posting a bunch of Verb Classic stuff on the Facebook, and then I saw that, and then I was like, oh, vurbmoto.com. I'm going to watch this animated track map.
Thank you for visiting the website, Wes.
So gave it some clicks today. I definitely gave it, I think the arrow took 2 minutes and 10 seconds to go around, I think. So, wow. I mean, I watched the entire thing. My retention rate was... I had to make sure that my finger did that the arrow did the same thing my finger did in the over-under section.
Hey, I will say this. For a track, we've seen Monster Cup and all that track was sick.
Yeah.
And for the first time... I
think this one's going to be even more sick.
It might be better. So for the first time in history, we had a split lane that worked.
Yeah.
All round.
What do you think?
All motos.
What do you think about the start? One left, one right.
I loved it. It was great.
I thought it was going to be really unfair. But I feel like it was because it's a whole lot harder to turn right on a start than it is left.
Qualify better.
Yeah, true.
That's to me. It's always now with the start grades. Everybody, you used to get it and be like, hey, I want this hole. To me the starts have become more even, right?
Yep.
So qualify, and then you get to pick if you like left.
That's true.
I like it.
Watching even the 65 class, I feel like it came out pretty damn even. And they mixed up well. And I was even pretty scared how it was going to mesh on the start and the split lane, how dangerous it was going to be. But it was I feel like it was very safe, and all the riders were like super aware of each other.
Yeah, and I was listening to some like interviews, and the riders were like, dude, I felt worse after this than I did after Ironman. Because they're riding...
No way.
Well, they're riding Supercross suspension on like a really
bumpy
rough...
ass shit.
Yeah, and they're like, dude, so... Credit where credit is due. I know we give Dirtworks and Feld and all those dudes shit when they fuck up. This was great. Well, they did a good job.
It's always hard to step out of the box and do something new because Moto is full of Moto purists. Buddy. We still need 40-minute motos plus 2. Let's go back to the day. I, for one, am all about change, and this was a great advancement for our sport. And let's go back to, I don't know, our first episode, I think. It was an unpopular opinion. We said there needs to be shorter motos.
Yeah.
And shorter, maybe not, I think we're talking about outdoors, not necessarily Supercross. But I will say 2 moto format, 20 minutes.
That was pretty sick.
Pretty sick.
But I also, I don't want that. I don't want 2 motos in Supercross. Like, Supercross needs to be its own thing. Motocross needs to be its own thing.
And then you have this to look forward to.
This needs to be its own thing.
You're right. You're right. We don't need to necessarily dinosaur or Frankenstein what Supercross is. Keep Supercross, motocross. And now we got a hybrid.
And dude, I think they can go so many directions with this. Like it's year one, right? Like for year one, first round, like I'm like, dang, dude, this could have been way worse. Way worse. I thought they did a really good job.
Well, that's like saying glass half full or glass half empty, like way worse.
Oh, it's full.
It's definitely full. So like way worse.
Well, it could have been bad.
It could have been bad. And it wasn't bad. It wasn't bad at all. And the weather could have sucked. Oh, dude. The weather could have sucked.
There was a cane coming in.
And somehow they got lucky, just like we're getting lucky this weekend. I was so happy to turn on the TV and not see a mudfest.
Oh, I was happy to turn on the TV and see Wygant's face. That's a long time,
Stu,
man.
And
he's called Pro Moto forever, but like to me, Wygant belongs as the consistent broadcaster throughout Supercross, Motocross, Super.
You know where it all started though? 2005 MX Sports Center with me.
Yep.
I'm just saying.
Wait, Jason, you owe your career to us.
He wouldn't have been in the booth this weekend.
No, he was stuck in the woods of GNCC.
Kevin Kelly, David Iser, Matt Crutchfield, and myself, making sure he was front and center host MX Sports Center 2005.
He was stuck in the woods of GNCC.
He was, dude. He was a lonely announcer.
He was a flagger
at Loretta's.
He was a flagger,
dude.
We boosted his career.
So not only do we got Bitcoin money coming from that thumb drive, we got VurbMoto money coming, and I better get $38 from Weege in the mail.
If Weege gives up $38, that's a win across the board.
For some reason, I don't see it happening.
Hey,
Chase.
Maybe if you get him his wedding video, he'll give us $38.
Man, Kevin tagged me about that. I don't even know that I want to go into this. I'm going to get reamed. I filmed Weege's wedding in 2008, and what's crazy is I came across it the other day.
No.
But we filmed it after, maybe it was 09. It was 08 or 09. We were all dead after the Motocross Nationals, dead. That was in the days that you stayed up 48 hours straight editing videos. We'd fly home on Monday. You'd be dead all week and then do it again. And we still had to edit videos during the week. So His wedding came at the tail end of everything. And it's just like when you're so burnt out.
It's the lost archives.
Here I am 14 years later. I'm still so burnt out, Weege. I'm sorry. But I'm pretty sure Hooper made him a video at some point in time. But apparently
sure
we need a Wes Williams edition. And I have a feeling sometime, somewhere, that'll happen.
I remember when I first got hired at Racer X, like one of the first things we said is like, hey, is Wes ever getting me my wedding video?
Damn it.
And I was like, what are you talking about? I didn't even know Weege. The first time I met him.
Well, speaking of something that I thought we'd never see, Ken Roczen's back.
Oh, booby,
he was gone for a while, and then he's back, and he was freaking running it.
Does it correlate putting your titties out on Instagram into good finishes at Super Motocross?
Happily married man. I can't speak to
another
that, Chase.
baby. I think did he
he
have
said
a
that
baby
dude
Sunday?
I'm pretty sure because he said he was flying home Sunday, and they were scheduled to go in.
That's an Ironman effort.
Impressive indeed.
That's a lot. I mean, I don't have kids. I can't imagine.
I would have been scared shitless. Those things pop out at any time.
Buddy.
So like they could have called him in the middle of Moto 2 and been like, "Hey, dude, you got 45 minutes to get here."
Dude, what a wife too.
I know.
Like,
he probably had
he
had a PJ on standby. You know that.
Oh, dude, he had to have.
Yeah, had to have. There's no way he flew commercial home the next day.
No
way.
And dude, he was really good.
Do you need my towel?
I do. Is it hot? Yeah, it's getting hot.
I mean, I don't know. It's a sponsorship towel, dude. Like we're freaking sponsored now. Use our damn sponsor towel, Chase.
Yeah, well, I don't know if Walt knows we're sponsored yet, but he's about to find out.
Right. So
Thanks, Walt.
where do you think Kenny finishes this weekend? We got a race underneath the belt. Now 98 rounds of World Supercross are canceled.
I think he can win.
And now he can win. Like now he has a different focus.
I don't see why Ken is so like his breakaway speed is like unmatched. Like, dude, remember Ironman? He came like obviously he didn't come off the couch, but he came off the couch and like at that point, it's like, wait, if Ken, I still think he led the most laps compared to Jet.
Wow.
And he did one round. So like his breakaway speed is insane. And then I know he wrote on Instagram something like his goggles or his vision was messed up or something, but like, when's the last time Ken raced?
It's been a minute. It's been a minute, but he almost seemed like a renewed and super healthy Ken instead of the guy that doing really good and fades a little bit. He was strong until the end. And I almost feel like that is a pretty bad sign for everybody else come Supercross 2024.
I think when Ken is rested and motivated, he's hard to beat.
And if anything, taking a little break, getting time with your kid now, if any, I know what that feels like now. You come in renewed, motivated, like you said, and new Ken. Well, new Ken for sure.
Then you have the other one, and then you don't have to worry. I mean, obviously, there's going to be what I would.
Two's hard, man. I'll speaking from experience, two's hard.
Well, what I would worry about is like the first couple of days, right? Like that's a lot of anxiety, and is he going to be training this week? That would be my only concern. But like,
right, and even having a brand new baby and be like, hey, babe, I'll see you Monday. Holy shit! Yeah, I'm pretty sure. I wasn't allowed to leave for a whole month after both of them. So. No, good for Courtney. Yeah. Shout out to Moto Moms. I'll tell you that.
Moto Moms,
they are the best.
They're built different. Can we make that shirt? Moto Moms built different. I'm writing that down.
Do it. At Washougal, there was definitely a lot of kids wearing I Heart Moto Mom shirts, which I've seen around, and it's we're laughing about it. They don't even know what that shirt means, do they?
They don't. I love it though, man.
Like, so one question I have for you, moving on from Kenny. Mm-hmm. Jet streak, do we consider it done, or because this is not motocross?
No, it not done? Look, his streak of 450 straight wins is done. That's obvious. But no.
what if he were to go win the first two motos next year in outdoors? The motocross streak is still alive.
Yes, to me, it's three separate series.
Okay,
or it's two separate series and a playoff. Like
so, it's three separate series.
Yes, but it's semantics. But yes, the streak was the streak. And if he goes and wins the next two pro motocross rounds, it'd be the same thing if he showed up to Anaheim and lost. The streak's still the streak. That's like saying Ricky won all the outdoors and then went to Anaheim and lost. And, now that streak doesn't count. That's fucking dumb.
Right. Okay.
Makes no sense.
Cool.
I did see some stuff, though, where it's like the streak's ended. No, it's not. No.
Yeah.
The streak of 450 wins, because he had not lost a 450 race.
I will say it felt like a lot of people were motivated to end that streak, though. Chase Sexton coming out.
Sexton, and I don't want to take away from Sexton. Right? That first moto was so weird for Jet. Like it just.
Yeah.
it was just strange. I don't know. I was like waiting for like.
Well, same with both Lawrences, really.
Yeah,
like I feel like they weren't gelling with the track. Something was going on.
I
don't.
And
honestly,
know.
like if I were them, I know they didn't. But you come off a motocross championship, I would have been partying nonstop.
And Supercross championship is like, did they
maybe take a little break?
I don't want to say, because I don't want to take away from Jet's win and Chase's win and Joe's win. Like I don't want to take, but like. It just didn't, like Hunter went 9.7. When's the last time we saw Hunter go 9.7?
I saw Michael Lindsay, or maybe it was Lewis, post on the Vital Twitter. I think it was 533 days or something Lewis, since Lawrence hasn't been on the podium.
Yeah, that's
unreal.
It was, I don't know. It was strange.
It was just an off day for the Lawrences.
Yeah, but it was 5,000 days ago. That's the last time. 1970 is the last time that happened.
Well, what are you calling for round 2 then?
No, I think they're back.
They're back.
I think they're back.
They're coming in pissed off.
I think they have to be.
And I don't know that they ever get pissed off. And you know what? I bet they're probably feeling it.
Yeah. Well, double points too. Triple points.
Dude, the next round, so it goes double points and then triple points?
Yeah. So
Jet's down 12 right now, and he's tied. Yeah. He's tied with AP. So they're at 38 and Sexton's at 50.
Yeah. So it goes from like so the final round, the difference between first and second is 9 points.
Wow.
It's triple points.
Wow.
So dude, neither of them are out of it, and they came in with points already. So
I think Hunter especially has showed us damage control. Like when in the outdoors, like getting 3 or 4 in the first moto and then coming back in first. He knows what it takes to balance the points lead. Mm-hmm. So I guarantee he's thinking in the back of his head, oh, hey, you know what? If I just go do this, and this thing's mine.
Well, dude, it was so weird. Like I kept waiting for Hunter to just be like, cool, I'm going to come back and get third or second and dude, it was just like, oh, Hunter's in 9th place too today? Like,
yeah. Well, he's only 3 points behind Joe.
Yeah. I mean, dude, he wins next weekend.
And 3 points behind Hayden.
And yeah,
so he can easily make that up.
I guess Hayden was pretty banged up. Did you see that crash?
Yeah. Dude. And honestly, like that's pretty damn badass for him to do what he did the first moto. 1.5.
Okay. This might be foreshadowing a little bit, right? Jet and Hunter are both gone from the 250 Supercross class.
Yeah.
Hayden, Joe's going to Honda. Like, dude, there's a Rider D finally showing us what's up. Like, next Supercross season could be fucking legit, dude.
Oh, the next 2 races could be super legit.
No, I know. But a full season without Jet and Hunter in the Supercross class?
It's going to open that thing wide open.
Levi, like...
And imagine what the 450 class is going to be. You got both Lawrences and...
Sexton, Webb.
Oh, my God.
Tomac's back.
Unreal.
I'm already ready for...
Is Justin Cooper in 450s full-time next year?
Full-time.
Oh, my gosh.
I'm ready for next... Dude, Justin Cooper outdoors on a 450... I'm ready for that, bro.
I feel like we say this every year.
It's stacked.
This might be the best year.
We do say it every year.
Ever.
We do say it
but it might be.
Might.
I've been begging Red Bull to let us bring back Red Bull Moto Spy. Oh. The past few years, I didn't want to do it just because storylines hadn't changed enough. I mean,
it wasn't much.
And the problem is they take all their business planning money and move it into other places when I... well, not just me, but when when a project doesn't happen, they reallocate money elsewhere.
Sure.
So a couple months ago, Jeremy and I were talking, and I'm like, dude, plant the seed. And then I called Eli right after that. I'm like, dude, look at what we got on deck here.
Just tag Jeremy Milot on Twitter.
Yeah,
everybody go say
we need Red Bull Moto Spy 2024.
It's got to return, dude. You got Sexton's going Red Bull. So not only would you have Sexton, Plessinger, Barsha, Kinney, the 2 Lawrences,
Jet and Hunter,
Joe,
Rider D on gas.
Rider D on gas.
You still got AC in the mix. Tomac back. We got the dressings for the most epic Supercross season ever.
Everybody tag Jeremy Milot. I don't know his handle, but
it's Hammer 556.
Hammer 556. Everyone go tag him.
And at Brotocross, go ahead and let them know how much. I'm sure they have nothing to do with this. If it was up to them, honestly, I think they would do it.
It doesn't have anything to do with it.
It's a pretty hefty check to swipe.
It's not cheap. It's amazing. Everybody's always like, dude, we need Drive to Survive. And I get it. We did something very similar before Drive to Survive. Obviously, it wasn't the whole series. And, I think it would take for us to do a drive to survive type thing, it would take buy-in from Feld and the teams. Like they would have to say, hey, we understand if some stuff's going to come out that we don't like, we don't get final call.
Yeah.
You know, but I mean, it's just hard in our sport, man. It's so small and people are just very protective and they don't want bad things out. Right?
Vital had a really good thread on this a few weeks ago. I didn't comment. I just wanted to kind of see what outside opinions were. And there was a lot of people that hit the nail right on the head. I feel like motocross is very close-minded in some sense of the word. Mm-hmm. And like you said, the buy-in, I just don't think would happen. I think even the riders themselves are a little too, guarded, protected. Yeah. And I don't know. They would leave a lot out there and the emotions that they got to wear when they're racing. Like a lot of times you don't want that out there. You got to be very comfortable with yourself to have that out there. And it's just like one other thing you don't really need in your life.
But I'll counter that with, so the first season of Formula One, it was like Mercedes and another team or the Drive to Survive weren't even involved. Yep. They were like, F this, we're not doing this. Well, guess what? They saw how popular it was. Like, look how much, there's 3 Formula One races in the US this year. Yeah. That doesn't happen without Drive to Survive. So like, I think once they saw the benefits outweigh, like, and at the end of the day, dude, they're professional athletes. They get paid millions of dollars to be either criticized or not look, like not saying look in bad light, but like its emotion is raw. Like I'll go back to the Hayden Deegan thing at Unadilla. Like that was awesome. And anybody who didn't think it was like, all right.
I just think it's one more thing for an athlete to have to worry about. Because even the amount of training that they do, the amount of autographs they have to sign, the amount of dealers that they got to go to, like they never get any
dealers anymore.
Some of them do, maybe not every damn round, but either way, it's one more thing to always have to see us around and then getting mic'd up and always, it's one more thing you got to be cognizant of. If they fully let the guard down, I think we'd have which does happen. It just takes a little bit of time. And I do think once they got comfortable with us being around, it would work, but breaking down that wall and the barrier to begin with would be pretty tough. But even Cooper and Zacho, Kenny, all those dudes tell us all the time how awesome it is to look back at those 2019, 2020, 21 episodes. And like Courtney one time texted me and Ken went on a Moto Spy binge this weekend and how cool they watched all of it. This was a year or so ago, but I was like, damn, that's so cool. And Coop was like, dude, honestly, it's so cool to have you guys there documenting the championships that I got. I think a lot of times in the moment, they don't see that because they're pissed off and they see them wanting to throw down their helmet and there I am.
Yeah.
I think in the moment they're pissed off, but then when you get to slow down and you're a month away and the emotions are removed, you're like, damn, that's freaking cool. They got that.
But I will say, like, how many times in the whatever years we did it, like, how many scenes did we cut? 4, maybe 3?
Oh yeah. As far as cutting room floor, like episode done, like there was a lot of shit that never even made it to review. But yeah, there's probably only 4 segments ever that were like, okay, yeah, we got to,
we're not doing
we got to clip that shit.
Yeah. So,
and you know what? That's definitely hard for me because there's a lot of great personality moments that riders are actually being themselves and they, sometimes it crosses the line and you're like, all right, well, you're writing my check. I will delete that.
Yeah. And I agree. But like, man, to me, it would not only, to me, let's say this ended up on Netflix or something like that. To me, that translates into these riders making a lot more money.
100%.
Like if you're getting millions of views on Netflix, next thing you know, Ken Roczen is getting sponsored. Like, well, Ken doesn't worry about sponsored, but like next thing, Jets getting sponsored by freaking Rolex.
Yeah.
So to me, it's like cool.
He's already got movement. Ken's already got Breitling, but I get what you mean.
But you know what I mean. Like you know what I mean.
Yes. I think if they saw the residuals of what would happen to our sport, just like F1, I guarantee like those dudes probably make plenty of money, but yeah, give it a season or two. Either way, I do know there's rumblings. There are talks. Is it feasible of it actually happening? I don't know. Hopefully we're part of it in some way, shape, or form. But yeah, as far as I know, Moto Spy right now, 2024 isn't looking too likely. So, like we said, let's go start tagging people. Red Bull, bring it back. Bring it back.
It needs to come back.
Or Feld. Hey, maybe you know what? Feld has the money on the Bitcoin.
Oh, that's what. And
they're gonna say. They're gonna probably say, "Hey, dude, why don't you guys invest all that into a?"
Sean's planting the seed.
Mm-hmm.
Planting the seed, Sean. I like it.
Sean, you're a smart man. Just give us the authenticator code to that. I'm sure there's some kind of encryption.
It's probably Red Bull Moto Spy.
I am not smart enough to break 256-bit encryption, dude. Just tell us how to get it.
It's probably called Moto Spy. That's probably the password.
Oh my gosh. What if it's one of those ones where you only get 5 tries though?
Moto Spy 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Or 2024. Yeah. Whoo, man.
There you go for it.
All right. Another thing I loved about SMX and even more, I'm an amateur guy, Chase.
Oh yeah.
Pulp MX ain't no amateur guy.
No,
you know what?
not.
He didn't like what I liked about this race, but it was a 65 class. And then we got the Super Minis coming up next weekend. And then the All-Stars at the final round, right?
Yeah. I was scared. I was on the side of Pulp of like, oh my God, we're throwing 65s out on this track.
And they freaking conquered.
Dude. Let's give Ben one little piece of credit.
Ben Holmquist was out there for VurbMoto on his cell phone. Send us something. You know what?
It's up to like 15. What is it? Something. It's like over 400,000 on TikTok.
Wow. And then 500 and something on Instagram. Yeah. So, I mean, in a world where, there's a few accounts that get 1 million views here and there.
Yeah, we get I mean, we have videos that get millions of views.
But getting 500 is like really solid. So for a 65's jumping the finish line to get that amount, and then Jaden Smart on a few other counts jumping the triple.
Yeah, I asked Ben, and because he was wanting Verb Media Member of the Year, and I said, did you get the triple? And he said, I went over there and he quit doing it, so you don't get it, Ben.
Hey, well, you know what? But shout out to Easton Graves.
Yep.
And who was the other guy that jumped it with him?
Aiden Steinbeck.
Yeah. Aiden Steinbecker. Sorry. So Easton Graves is a higher gun this weekend at the Verb Classic.
He can go big.
We know he can go big. And then we got Anderson Waldell. He ended up 8th, another one of our hired guns this weekend. And then Absur Hall, 18th. So we got 3 hired guns coming to the Verb Classic this weekend that races 65cc.
It's pretty impressive.
Class at SMX. I feel like that's pretty impressive out of 22.
And I know all the Super Mini kids that are going this weekend are like, damn it, I'm missing the Verb Classic. I don't even want to go to this stupid race.
I mean, look at that track. They're probably scared shitless.
Cool.
They're like, how am I going to come down the start straight and do a loop-de-loop, loop, and then go underneath this? They're not even going to know how to do the track,
as cool
Chase.
As this is, like, they probably don't even want to go. They're probably like, dude, I would much rather be at the Verb Classic. We got flies, people.
Gosh.
Idaho has been taken over by flies. I don't know why. They're everywhere.
But I'm excited to see Super Minis on that, though. There is a whoop section, and it is funny. People were complaining that there weren't whoops on this previous track.
Oh, it had to be because of 65.
It had to be because 65s.
It had to be, yeah.
So as soon as I saw this track map, saw that there's whoops, I kind of was like, okay, yeah, they're confident that Super Minis will hit these whoops. But, dude, that's a long whoop section. Look at it.
Oh, yeah. Let me look at this.
Would you hit them? Oh, God. Would you hit them?
No. My thing about this whole thing is like, dude, I could barely even start a bike at 65 on 65s. Like, these kids are hitting Supercross triples.
Yep.
Like, the evolution of this sport, and it's all like credit to Phil and them for including amateurs. Like, remember before COVID, they had they were rolling out the amateur days.
Yep.
And like, dude,
Danny Stu was the gate guy.
Was he?
Yeah.
Wow. They let Danny Stu.
They didn't hire him to film. They hired him to do the gate. He was there on Saturday to film, Sunday to drop the gate. Speaking of, Danny Stu is going to be in studio next week when you leave.
He's replacing me.
Yeah, for the whole week. Are you guys
doing the Red Bull show? Because we promised the Red Bull show.
We got Tyler Behrman on next week. Probably going to call in Jason Baker. And then Danny Stu will be talking about the Jimmy D 125 videos. Maybe Marshall's Pit. We're going to dig into some memories of where he started with VurbMoto 2007. His eye got knocked out. A lot of fun stories. All right, Chase, this SMX round 2. You run into more motocross suspension or are you going supercross suspension on that, dude?
Is there like an in-between?
I think that's what all the guys are trying to find out right now.
But that's what I love, man. It's very, very rarely that we throw these, like, these teams are so like dialed in, and this isn't Steve Mathis trying to put on a set of forks. Like, Steve was a terrible mechanic.
Terrible. Yep.
Terrible.
Tim Ferry even kind of alluded to that.
Yes. So it's very rare that these teams or even riders are searching, right? They got years of data from Glen Helen and High Point and all these. I felt like on this one, they were probably searching for like, dude, what do I run?
Did you notice leading up to the triple, especially there was Ken and a few other guys, but they'd hit like the kind of braking bumps going in the triple, dude. And they would kind of like start high side, like swapping. And then they just still like just soak it up on the triple. And I'm like,
it's insane.
Holy shit. I would have died 69 times on that thing.
I'm shocked we didn't see more crashes, like or mistakes. Like, everybody was pretty smooth, dude.
It ended up being such an epic race, dude.
It was really good.
Freaking A.
Dude, hey, shout out to Time Master Pool, too. Dude.
Oh, my gosh.
Dude, he's got an appendix about to burst. And he said, nah, I'm going to get that money, bro.
So he's not going to get it taken out till the final round?
No, he's going all 3.
Oh, my gosh.
Yeah, his appendix is all
I heard
messed
them
up.
talking about it on the broadcast, and I caught part of it, so I didn't really hear the whole story, but that's incredible.
Yeah, I think he wrote something that was like, dude, I've been taking these antibiotics for 4 days, and he's like, dude, my system's like I ate Taco Bell for 4 days. So like, he's just like,
oh my God. Throw
hey,
those
dude,
pants away.
Yeah. And he's just going out there and like, dude, running with the top dudes. Like, super impressive all year.
Yeah.
Like, shout out to Time Master Pool.
Yeah.
We hadn't given him enough credit.
And you know what? To wrap up on the 65s, shout out to Jackson Vick taking the win.
Oh, yes. Sorry,
Easton
Jackson.
Graves in second, Gavin McCoy rounding out the top 3.
Hey, all the riders who did that.
Yeah,
awesome
for real.
job, Little
For real.
Rippers, dude. That was sick.
Who you calling for the win this weekend?
I'm going Chase. I think Chase does it.
Oh, I meant Super Minis.
Oh, I don't even know. Did they put an entry list out yet?
I don't know.
I don't think they have.
Without seeing one, I'm calling Seth Dennis.
Sure, Seth Dennis. I have no idea.
Well, you got to pick someone else than me.
Dude, I don't know. Who's another Super Mini kid?
I honestly don't even know who all got the invite, so you're right.
Yeah, I mean, Seth Dennis.
I definitely know he's going because he couldn't come and race.
Well, how about this? I don't like any of them because they all chose to go to Super Motocross over Verb Classic.
Right.
No, they don't have the entry list out yet.
Gotcha.
They usually put it out like Thursday.
All right, so you're calling Chase for the 450s, though?
Yeah, going back. I think this summer really made him mad that he couldn't get it done. And then I think Hunter bounces back to 50s.
He's got to. Hunter's gonna be pissed. I don't know that. I think Deegan's still gonna get another moto win.
Yeah,
I think Hunter takes the second moto win and the overall.
Yeah, points lead again,
and he'll get the points lead back, and then make it so it's a knockdown drag out for the championship.
Yeah,
isn't it? Is it $500,000 to win 250s?
Yeah, I think so.
And it's $1 million to win 450s.
Mm-hmm. A lot of money, dude.
That's a lot of damn extra money.
A lot of money, dude.
Freaking A.
I wouldn't know it.
That again, that just makes me wonder what's on our damn thumb drive, dude. Holy shit.
Might be $1 billion.
Can you email the freaking forensics dudes real quick? What was their name? Amy?
Yeah, it's Joe Webb.
Wow, dude. Freaking A.
Man, what an event though. I'm switching gears. I did see something on
your phone's ringing.
Yeah.
Your chick's calling?
Yeah, she's gonna have to wait.
We're going pulp status right now. We normally record in the mornings or when my kid's in bed. Right now, the kids are in bed, but it's not in the morning. We're at nighttime.
It's been a couple weeks, dude. We got a flight out tomorrow to the class.
Flight out tomorrow. I still got to pack all these cameras that are up recording right now.
To think.
Yeah. So we better get rapping. All right, moving on. Though.
Can you join me in a little? No, you can hand over heart.
Okay, hand over heart
to Zach Osborne.
Okay.
True American hero. Did you see what he put on Twitter today?
Yes,
or
but I mean I saw it, but let's tell the people just in case they didn't know.
If you did not see this, so Team USA has been struggling to get riders, right? And not necessarily because they don't want to go. There's a lot of contracts moving, and it's a little harder this year, right? Zach went on X and said not only would he offer up his services, he would pay his own way, which I think is about 30 to 50 grand. It's a lot of money. What are we doing over there?
Well, here, just keep talking. I'm sorry.
True American hero, Zach Osborne, ladies and gentlemen. Are we going to get copyrighted for this?
I mean, it's the Star Spangled Banner. Is this thing not? It's got to be in the public domain.
I don't know. Shout out to you, Zach.
Yeah, just in case. All right. Well, we've already been.
Well, I think it's fair right usage, right? You can use it for like 3 seconds. Yeah, sure.
That is not the way it works.
I know that's
if it's either public domain or it's not.
I know that's not how it works.
Oh man, that was good.
But shout out to Zach, dude. Hey, yep. I will say on the way over here, I was listening to Pulp. I think the team is being sent.
Yes.
Thank God. That would have been straight up, flat out.
Can you imagine just not having 1, 2, 3 at Motocross of Nations?
I mean, I think you just don't go. Like what? I don't care. I would go. You and Troy go. I don't care. You got to send.
We almost sent a team to Puerto Rico. 2 years ago?
Yeah,
it was this close. It was this close.
Should we donate Brix's piggy bank
Dude, we had to start over after Washougal, so I don't know that that's getting them very far. I saw on X today, Hannah Ray is going to spend 10 grand to the 450.
Everyone go subscribe if you know what that means.
Yep. Good job for her. Shout out her and yeah.
So I do think there's a team. I think it's I'm gonna put it out there. I think it might be announced this week. RJ, AP, Christian Craig.
You think that's what it is, or you know what it is?
I think that's what it is. It's the rumblings I'm hearing.
Dude, Yamaha just not going to send anybody.
I've heard some different things on that.
Right.
But it's not necessarily Yamaha. People don't want to go.
Yeah.
It's
tough. Taking the bait. You know, everybody likes to battle like, oh man, this, that, and the other. Like, you don't have any respect for country, but like this is so gnarly.
Let me ask those
Being
guys.
a media guy that goes to half of this shit and I don't train during the week and ride during the week, we're exhausted. I cannot fathom doing the schedule that those dudes do.
And then to go race for free.
And to go race for free.
And usually spend your own money. Okay, are you spending $40,000 to go to the Motocross Nations?
And a weekend off that you've been begging to have for 18.
Well, and they just added, technically 2 more races. Because they cut down 1 pro motocross round. Like, dude, I wouldn't blame anyone for not going. I never will.
Yeah, it's tough. If especially if we're wearing 88, 89, and 90, but 1, 2, 3, someone's got to go.
1, 2, 3. I mean, shout out to AP. RJ has been. And
not to mention, Ernay's not the most fun track either. At least for me, every time I've been, I don't know that I'd be like, oh yeah, that's the track I want to ride. Well, if it was like some other dope track, maybe they'd be like, you know what, sign me up.
Right? If it's Redbud, I think everybody's in. Right? But it's Ernay.
Ernay, some concrete, and all the crazy French. That is honestly, that'd be one reason to go if you're AP. Those French fans and getting to drink some beer afterwards. Let's go.
That Ernay crowd. Because they all pack them into this like one little I don't know what area.
Yep.
Like that is one of the most spectacular scenes in motocross.
That's the last race I went to in 15. It's probably in the past since 2005. The last race I've went to as a fan.
I think it's
like I went as a fan. I did not have a camera with me. I went with my friends, and it was we could not find a place for 6 of us to stand together and be able to see half the track. It was insane.
I'm gonna say something unpopular.
What?
I might get killed for this. I think Ernay's better than Redbud Motocross Nations.
Oh, fan-wise. And how it packs all in.
Fan-wise. Dude, they're shooting off rockets and
European Motocross of Nations kick the shit out of US, dude.
It's better.
It's not even comparable.
I've been
not comparable. Have you been to a European one?
No.
Dude, it's unreal. Yeah, it might be. I don't care what Lommel. I went to St. Jean. I went to the one in Italy where they...
Majora?
I went to that one as well. And the one in Italy, Dungey Road and Tedesco and it was like they built the track and the speedway kind of thing. Whatever. Either way,
it looks
awesome. The horns, the chainsaws,
they're wild, dude. The flags. I mean,
just everything that the people in Europe get after it. It's so badass.
Yeah, unpopular opinion, but that's it.
I don't think that's unpopular. I think anybody in Europe would probably agree with you. Now, Redbud as a track, I think people are like, hell yes.
No, not as the track.
Far as atmosphere goes, you cannot beat
the fans.
The fans in atmosphere, you can't beat it.
It's insane. So.
Yeah, I'll give him that.
Yeah, but shout out to Zach, dude. He's racing GNCC. He doesn't even race motocross.
Honestly, how cool would it be if they just say, you know what, send Zach?
I would send Zach. Why not? He's still fast.
I would give Brixton's piggy bank for that.
Hey, Zach, if you want a little kid's piggy bank, we got you, buddy.
Yeah, I like it.
So shout out.
All right, Chase, should we go pack for the Verb Classic?
Yeah, it's hot.
Hey,
There's flies everywhere.
After Verb Classic, we also have Muddy Creek.
Oh yeah.
Cody Grag 2-stroke showdown. 38,000 or something money raised last year. They do a self-fund raise every year, but Verb Classic 1 month later, we go back to Blountville, Tennessee, the home of Mike Brown. I bet he'll show up.
Oh, dude, he'll probably run like 7 motos and beat everybody.
Maybe we get Carson Brown to fly back out.
Dude,
race the
Carson versus Mike.
Again.
How do we convince Mike?
Oh, Kyle Bitterman's racing this weekend, so we got Kyle Bitterman.
Oh wow.
Carson Brown, Matt Burkeen would be pretty sick.
Burkeen's racing this weekend.
But I guarantee he'll be at Muddy Creek. I hope he shows up this weekend.
Matt, what else you got going on?
I mean, Matt. This is a call out, dude. You come race Carson on your home turf.
Yeah, what do you got,
East
Matt?
Coast. Kyle Bitterman's doing it.
What do you got, Matt?
It's a Muddy Creek preview.
Pretty much.
Let's do it, Matt.
I love it.
I love it too.
I'll vlog the whole weekend. Hey, we'll give you a media pass too.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Let's do it. All right. We'll see you Thursday live on Gypsy Tales YouTube with Jace McAlpine, Daniel Blair, live from the Verb Classic.
Yeah.